All right, jury, we are approaching our final ascent. You guys will each be given one opportunity to ask a question to any combination of our final four as you would like. We are finishing this mini with a final four. Unknown to these four players, that last challenge was not for exemption, but instead the first place person earned 2 additional jury votes they will be able to award in any form they like. The second place player earned 1 jury vote they will be able to award. So some of you guys may have more than 1 vote to cast. It depends on how they award these extra votes. But you guys will all be given the opportunity to ask them questions or question to any combination of players you so choose. Any questions from the jury?
Can we talk between ourselves right now, or are they just gonna hop in right now?
I tell you what, we are running a little bit late. As long as nobody has an issue like Jonathan has to run away right away, I'm fine with you guys having a little bit of time to discuss amongst yourselves. I know those were 2 fast challenges. Not everyone has had time to talk to the jury. So we will call it at 9:45. I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes. At 9:45, we will begin the final ascent.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I guess I just want to say, first of all, that I've had fun playing with all of you guys, and just like say what I think happened there at the final 6, what I think would have happened. I genuinely think had Sean not won immunity twice right now, he would not have been here, and that even when he was like not immune and like other people got voted out, like I feel like him constantly targeting me and Will, like him coming for a Snyderman at 6 for the first time was super late for me. Like him not willing to bring that up sooner. I told him like even when Casey, when you were still in the game, and that's no shade to you, Casey, but like I genuinely liked Sean, so at first I wanted to work with him, and I was like, just so you know, Casey and Ben are like, as long as you stick to them, your game is being dragged down. And like he didn't listen to that, and that's
Right.
fine.
I mean, I'm sure we could all go on about it, but for me, for Sean, like, is the only player from my OG tribe to make it, and it's not because of social or whatever. None of you guys gave him a chance, just like you didn't give us a chance. So whatever thing you want to say at Final 6, I don't really care about. Sorry, that's my thoughts on Sean.
I agree with Kate. Y'all, like, the only person who gave us a chance was Grace, and then y'all targeted her for it. You guys pagonged, and that's a
Grace, and then the other Ben, but Sean like did that. Sean did what I could not do.
I'm voting
Okay.
for
I kind of like saw that Grace was like coming together with you guys, and I was worried about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna do anything until I know for sure people would do it with me.
Right, and if we were voting for you, like, great pitch. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm just
here.
saying like you cannot care for what I say, but my other side is that like you can blame me. You kept voting for me. You kept saying my name. So it's like, what do you want me to do?
I don't know what that has to
me
do with the Final Four, though. I don't understand where all of this is going to. It doesn't
No,
make
because
sense.
you changed it to yourself. You said like I don't care. So I'm like,
I just wanted to say something because we only have like a little limited amount of time. I feel like Schneidman had something to do with every single decision that was made.
Oh, he is running circles around this cat.
Can I give some info? Can I give some information? So basically, early on, me, Ben, and Andrew, we made a final 3 like pretty early on, and to the later on, I would say I wanted to bring Sean because I figured since he was like left out of every vote, like I don't know, but like Andrew told me a lot that he was like my number that like I was his number 1 and stuff. And even though I didn't want to necessarily go into the end, I just find it interesting that Schneidman was able to gain Andrew's loyalty over me, who I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I was not winning. I feel like I was not winning. So like I feel like the fact I'm gonna be honest, my vote is between the 3 of them because they dominated everything. They were behind all the votes. Like yeah, Sean, like, you know, he won immunities or whatever and was like looked up as like less of a threat. But I feel like this is a game about social positioning, and let's be honest, the 3 guys, they kind of just ran everything. So
can I say one thing?
I have
as well. Grace, you can go first.
Well, I have a question about Sean.
Yeah.
Because I feel like me and Casey and Courtney and Ben were trying to get something together with Sean, and it just like never worked out. So I'm trying to figure out like what was Sean's goal, because I kind of feel like he let all of us get voted out.
I mean, I had voted Sean out, so it's valid for me.
He never voted. He confused me. to say the least.
Yeah.
And then he never was on the same page. And
Here's
so
here's something that I really like.
You guys like.
He was against voting out you, Ben. Ben, he was
Yeah.
against voting out you voting you out. So
He did not,
So
Casey.
that's the
I
thing,
didn't think he
like,
cared as much when Casey was
Courtney,
going home, but then he was very loyal to you.
Okay, this is the thing, like that Courtney, I said to you before, like, and this is no shade, like Courtney, I adore you, and like I adore Sean, but I don't understand why you two kind of dropped the ball by not voting out Bar when I said I'm sending Schneidman out. Like, we need to vote together. We need to get our shit together. Otherwise, they're going to pagong us. And that's what happened. So Sean did kind of drop the ball a little bit, but by winning individual immunity, like, he did what we couldn't do, and he's there and we're not.
Okay, but I'm gonna say something.
Can I just want
Yeah,
to say,
Court, you go ahead, but later on.
so I already knew Bar, so I was never.
I knew Bar too.
I just want to say at the Courtney vote.
But I wish you had told us that, Courtney, because I thought you were on the same page as us.
No, Courtney
I
vote.
also didn't know if he had an immunity or not. So
No, I understand that, but like, if you had told us that, then I could have said, all right, let's all put our votes on Will, and I'm going to send Schneidman out. Like, we could have done that, and then at least I would have lived another round. It wouldn't have mattered. I don't really care, but like, I'm just saying, for me, that's a fault in Sean's game, but I also think it's a big fault in Schneidman and Andrew's game, and Ben M. Like, just pagonging people is boring, and like, the only reason it's not social position. Okay, it only works because y'all won.
Can I explain how they were able to do that? Like, during the swap,
Okay, so you never got to say.
Yeah, the 4 people that were swapped with Courtney and I were Andrew, Schneidman, Ben, and Will. So it's interesting to me that Will thinks that there's like a final 3 within that, when it was so clear to me that it was a 4, like probably sometime after I was voted out.
No, like, I'm not saying.
Wait, can I go? Because I have like 2 very important things.
I'm trying to correct. Like, I never like thought that there was. I mean, like, now looking back, it's pretty clear that
like, you guys were positioned very well because of a swap. And like,
Yeah.
if you want to talk about social game, I understand Sean had to literally win immunities because the other 3 were just positioned so well. Me personally, I'd rather vote for somebody who worked really hard and didn't have that huge ass advantage. And also, like, Sean had to do different things. They stayed stagnant. They steamrolled. That's boring, and I'm not going to reward
Okay,
that.
now hold on, because I've been trying to speak.
You speak well. I didn't get to say. Okay, fine, go for it.
Sorry. One thing, like, if you want to talk about pagonging and Sean possibly like not having a chance to ever influence the game, I'm gonna talk about the swap right before the merge. We were on a tribe 3-3. I had my extra vote, that's right, but I was not going to play it. The only reason it was played was because I ended up giving it to Kara because I was scared that I'm gonna be pulled out of the tribal by Ben's safety without power. I personally wouldn't have played that extra vote, but the fact that Ben and Sean decided to vote out Wes, who was, by the way, very loyal to the 2 of them. Wes said, I'm not voting one of them, I'm voting one of you guys. That's a flaw, and you can't say, oh, there was a boring pagonging, there was never a chance for Sean to do something. Right there, when he didn't know if I'm playing that extra vote or not. So he could have voted with Ben and Wes against one of us. That would have been a great move. And my second thing is, I think Sean played an extremely scared game when it comes to the Courtney vote. The Courtney vote, he was the one vote on me. It was 3 Courtney, 3 Sean, 1 me. He knew Courtney was going home. I don't know if that was kissing ass, playing to the jury, but I knew that he is fully aware that Courtney is getting votes. So getting the votes to tie only for him to be saved at the revote. He knew he's going to be saved. He knew Courtney was going home. That was all bullshit. I don't fall for that. That's all.
Will, you are the one that told me that it was going to be split, so thank you for that. But it didn't matter at that point.
I tried my best. I just kind of knew you were gone, but I wanted. I felt better with. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I was trying to get you to say it. I was like telling them, guys, I want to do Sean, but they're like, no, I wanted it to be Courtney. That's his thing. Yeah, it was me.
You were trying.
No, and that's the thing. That's why I feel like they are kind of a step above, because me and Bar, we really wanted to keep you, but they were the ones who struck it down and said, no, we're doing this. I literally said, no matter what, I'm voting for Sean, and they said no, and they were able to get the.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say about Andrew. I think Andrew is like.
Can I just say something real quick? That wasn't what I meant to say. we made the final 3 like pre-merge like original swap. So like the final 3 deal that was made like it was originally like Andrew said, I promise on everything. Me, you, and Ben are gonna go to the
And why
end.
didn't they take you?
I mean, I'm assuming because Andrew got closer to got closer to Schneidman than he got to me. That's what I assumed, and good on him. To me, this is a game about social positioning. I understand it's boring to watch one tribe have the belonging, but there are people who are able to come in and down in numbers and integrate with the majority. If Sean, I feel like if Sean like was out on the numbers and was able to build relationships with people in order to get himself into the majority, I feel like I'd respect that more than him just winning immunity. But that's me personally. That's me personally. I feel like Andrew, Andrew, like the 3 guys, so, like who are not Sean, sorry, like they like controlled everything, and we have to give them credit for that. It's like they outplayed us, and yeah, you could have said. Like there were still opportunities, but I understand they.
I don't think getting a lucky swap is an outplay. That's just me.
Except it wasn't lucky. I just told you how it wasn't lucky for like.
It was a random swap. That's all luck.
They kept the people together. They kept people loyal because there were some times where maybe I should have flipped. Maybe I should have flipped to y'all, but they kept me in line. They kept me and Bar in line when we were on the bottom.
All right, jury, it is time for the final ascent.